Hello and welcome to our preview of the final here at the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals for 2011. My name's Jason Goodall. I'm here with my usual sidekick, Robbie Koenig. And of course, what a match we've got in prospect. The defending champion, Roger Federer, up against the Frenchman, Wilfried Tsonga. And of course, both have played some really good ball this week. But incredibly, it's the third meeting between the two in as many Sundays.
Yeah, it is. And of course, we know what's been happening the last couple of Sundays when they played. It's Federer who's come out on top. And I think the key in both those matches was how well he started, and in a stark contrast, how poorly Tsonga played the opening stanzas on both occasions. 6-1 first set in Paris was awful, and 6-2 first set here really put him behind the 8 ball, and you can't play Federer on those terms. And
it's a big match, of course, for Federer, isn't it? His 100th ATP final. I mean, that's incredible in itself. He's going for win number 70. And of course, as far as this event is concerned, more incredible numbers.
Yeah, his numbers have been exceptional throughout the course of his career. If he wins, of course, he'll be the only player ever to win this event on 6 separate occasions. Sampras did it on 5 occasions. Lendl also did it on 5. And of course, if he does win, he ties Lendl with the best number of match wins at this particular event, 39. Lendl had the same amount as well. So that would be a really nice feather in his cap.
Really well. Lendl, of course, a finalist at this event on 9 consecutive occasions. That gives you a pretty good indication of just how seriously Federer takes this tournament. And of course, I think the fact that he handles the schedule so well means that he always plays his best tennis at the tail end of the year.
Yeah, took a little bit of break after the US Open, so he came into the indoor season really fresh, and we saw that, winning in Basel, winning in Paris. But saying that, Tsonga's had a good indoor season as well, winning in Metz and Vienna, certainly his best conditions, and I think he certainly enjoyed the conditions here this week. He's been able to exploit them. His second serve has been outstanding, and of course behind his first serve he has been exceptional in his match against Berdych, won 92% of the points when the first serve found its mark, and he's defended his second serve exceptionally well. His kicker gets a lot of bite out of this particular surface.
Yeah, I think that's the one change, isn't it, from 12 months ago. The ball stays relatively low here. There's a lot of grit in the paint on the court, and the players are saying that the kick serve in particular is just kicking like a mule really off the court, and that certainly helped Tsonga throughout the course of the week. But Federer too, a lot of the players are mixing it in as a nice first serve, aren't they?
Yes, they certainly are. But I think the one thing that Federer has in his locker that hurts Tsonga each and every time they play is able to neutralise that first serve that I was talking about. That's so effective against other players. He's so good at bunting it back deep, especially off the backhand side. So it's almost like Tsonga has to serve lights out, kind of like what he did at Wimbledon, kind of like what he did at Montreal when he beat him in those back-to-back matches.
And of course, those courts there at Wimbledon and in Montreal were just a little quicker, and I think that suits Tsonga's game. Let's talk about the match that they played here in the group stages last Sunday. Tsonga started nervously, didn't he? Served better in the second set, and then threw in a terrible service game at 4-5 in the third. How are nerves going to affect him tomorrow in, his second biggest final of his career behind the Aussie Open?
Yeah, good question. And obviously that's where Federer's got so much more experience in playing these big matches. I think the mentality of Tsonga has to be that I'm coming in as the underdog. I'm not really expected to win here, and I'm going to throw everything at Federer. That's kind of what he did in the second set of the group matches here. Let's face it, he had plenty of chances towards the tail end of the third there. He should have held at 5-all. And I mean, if you can take 5-all in the third set before he steps on the court, I'm sure he'd sign for that.
No question about that. It's going to be a fantastic match, highly entertaining. Tsonga has been all week, and of course Federer has so many fans here. It should be a cracking atmosphere. You can watch it all live, 5:30 local time on tennistv.com. Enjoy.